Hey, what's up, YouTube? I got my boy, Chef Curtis, here with me. You know who I am. I'm the barbecue dad, Jody Flanagan. We get a lot of questions, a lot of calls, a lot of emails, a lot of folks loving their recteqs and really wanting to cook for a crowd, right? That's my favorite part about having a recteq, is getting to cook for my friends and relatives and neighbors and just meeting new people through food. So a lot of questions come in. How do I cook for a crowd, Jody? Chef Curtis, what do I need to do to prepare myself to cook for a crowd? Now, Curtis and I were talking earlier. I think we're cooking for about 30 people, right, Curtis?
That's right, 30 people. That's what we're planning on. So we're gonna be ready for them.
Right, so this video is all about cooking for a crowd on your pellet grill. Make sure you like, subscribe to the recteq YouTube channel, and make sure you ask any questions in the comment section down below. We'll make sure to get to those and answer those for you guys. All right, so we've got these 6 chickens right here. I'm gonna take 3. Chef Curtis is gonna take 3. And we're each going to cook for a crowd, right? I'm gonna do a barbecue style chicken. Chef Curtis, you're gonna do a more Hispanic style, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do a taco. We're gonna turn it into some tacos, pull it up, shred it. It's gonna be great.
Nice. All right, take it away, Chef.
Let's do it. So when I'm looking for a chicken, I don't like the really big chicken, so I try and find one that's just 2 to 3 pounds, 4 at the most. I think once you get a little bit higher than that, it's just not my favorite. So we got these guys here.
And what I'll do is
I'm gonna
get another pan and I'll
go ahead and cut these out while they're on the pan. That way, any juice I leave,
it's
just gonna stay right there. I don't have to worry about cleaning it up off my cutting board. And then we're gonna save this right here. Put that in there, and then we're gonna put all of our sides in these bags. That way we're saving everything. We can make some stock, do whatever we want with it later. Maybe some dirty rice, whatever we need. So there we go. So we got all 3 out. So, and I'm just gonna pull these out, put them on my board because I am gonna need the wood. So one thing I like to do when I'm doing something like this is I'm gonna pull this out. Sometimes it's a little intimidating. I wanna get as close to this backbone as I can. So the first few times I've done this, and I tell people when they're doing this, I'm just gonna score down both sides. And now when I grab my shears, I got a little line to follow, kind of like tracing when you're a kid. So we're just gonna follow that down there. And today we're doing this in 2 steps. First, we're gonna do what they call spatchcocking it, which is what I'm doing right now, and that is simply just removing that backbone. So now we've got this ready to go. I like to trim out some of this fat. It's really easy with the scissors, just to make sure we're nice and clean. So now we're gonna take this guy, flip it over, and this is part of the spatchcocking. So you wanna come up into this breastplate, and you just wanna put your hand, and you just wanna push down, and you'll hear that little pop. And then what I like to do, I get a little better cook, is I'll tuck those wings. And if we were stopping here, that'd be it. That's ready to go on the grill. I'd season it up, but we're gonna go 1 step further. I like to cook mine half chicken when I'm serving people. Then when I bring it up onto the board, I just gotta quarter it up and it's ready to go out. So here I've got the breastplate. I'm just gonna find the center of that, simply stick my knife and just tap it a little bit, and then it'll pull right through. So there we go. We got a perfect Texas half chicken. A great thing, and one of the reasons we're doing this is you probably want to enjoy some time with the family. So this is definitely something you would do the day before, getting ready for people to come over, and it just makes your day of cooking a lot easier. And you know, this is all about cooking for a crowd. And to me, what it is it's trying to be able to be present with your friends and family when they're there. So you get all this stuff done, it's out of the way. We're gonna cook it. It'll be ready when everybody gets there, you can hang out. So again, we're gonna pop that guy back over. We'll push down, and that's it. Tuck them wings. And then we're gonna split that right down the middle again. So what I'm gonna do to start is, I like to start on the bottom side when I'm gonna season. That way when I flip it over, I don't have to go back and forth. My rub's gonna look just the way I want it when I put it on the grill. What I like to do when I'm seasoning, I just kind of tell people this every time. I like to get a foot above 2 feet It just gives me a more even coating. And now we're ready to go on the grill. I got the grill set today at 375. Probably gonna take an hour 20, hour 30 minutes. We're gonna get 165 in the breast, which usually gets our thighs and our legs to about 180, 185, which is right what I want. These guys are perfect, they're ready to go on. All right. There we go. As we load it, you don't want anything touching, so just, it's close, just move it a little bit. And then we'll get our other 3 ready to go on.
I don't know if you guys just learned something, but I sure did. Shout out to Chef Curtis for that detailed explanation. We're gonna be using that poultry throne from recteq, shoving them right down on that, ladies and gentlemen, cooking them in this bad boy. YouTube, I don't dare wanna see you using a white claw inside this animal. If you do, you better record it and post it on the internet. Tag me in it, because I gave you the idea. So, we're just gonna take these things out the bag just like Curtis did, right? These whole chickens and cooking chickens from the primal whole chicken is the way to do it, right? You're getting the most flavor, the most bang for your buck. You're also getting these cheaper. Good point to reiterate from Curtis is having you one of those large sheet pans that he had, or picking yourself up some of those recteq disposable aluminum pans. These things really do make cleanup a breeze. I don't want to sound like I'm trying to be too salesy, but that is it. They do. They make cleanup so much easier. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can load these bad boys up in any way, shape, or form. You can do that if you wanted. You could do that if you wanted, right? If you're really cool, you can put a can of beer in here if you wanted. What your boy Jody likes to do is he actually likes to load it up with a little bit of aromatics, right? So I've got some garlic. Got a green onion. And keeping these beautiful chickens inside of this pan, okay? What I'm gonna do is we're gonna season them and then place them right on that chicken throne, right? Just like Curtis. I like to season high and watch it fly, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know, put them on the throne. Fine. We'll open him and or her up. That. Look at that. We're gonna hit it nice and even, right? Right. Okay. Beautiful. I'm gonna do this 2 more times. I know what I have to do, gentlemen. It's simple. It's physics. May your mind be blown. That's 1, 2, 3 thrown chickens.
We got these breasts to 165, 160 to 165. The thighs were right where I wanted them, 185. Right now, these are ready to pull. We're gonna let them sit for 15, 20 minutes. They let them cool down a little bit, be able to soak up some of that smoke that's been on the outside and give us a great flavor.
What I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Lightly cover your food as it rests, okay? And then you can place it inside of the grill on the low setting, keep it warm and ready for your guests. All right, instead of crowding up a heavy cooler that I'm gonna need for ice or drinks, or the kids' cooler, am I right? Or crowding up the microwave or the oven inside where my wife or my kids or a relative may need that to reheat something that they're bringing. I like to use the recteq resting boxes while my food rests. So I got 1 chicken right in there. Got an insulated divider right there. Throw another chicken right in there. Magnetically sealed top. These bad boys are ready to rest.
All right, we are ready to pull this chicken. It's gorgeous. It's been sitting for about 15 minutes, so this is gonna be really simple. What I like to do is just pull that wing off, set it to the side. Usually the kids eat those at my house, but we'll get that meat off of there in a minute. But look at all that juice. That's what we're looking for. That's what you want. That's what you want to feed your friends. So now we're going to take just a little bit of that rub we used to start out, a little bit of that Rod's Screaming Pig, and we're just going to go right over the top. I don't want a whole lot, but just enough, because we're going to mix it in. So it's going to take a little bit of flavor to get throughout the whole thing, but we don't want to overdo it. Then you're just going to come in. And like Jody said, you don't want to over mix this. It'll turn into mush. Everybody will wonder what happened. You want a nice, good chunk of chicken when you get in there. All right, and that's it. We're ready to serve our guests.
Because it's gonna be barbecue chicken, I want to hit it with some of that barbecue flavor. I love that Harry's Secret sweet sauce, very similar to that KC Masterpiece that y'all know and love. Folks down here in Georgia like it sweet. So that's all I'm gonna put on there, right? Because again, you've got an opportunity to sauce your meat as well. I just want it to be nice and moist, right? That honey rib rub. Okay, mix it up. Now we've got our chicken cooked, right? We made all of our sides and everything yesterday. That's a tip for y'all. We're gonna set up our table and show you what it all looks like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We have cooked for a crowd. Curtis and I said we're gonna cook for about 30 folks, right? Good rule of thumb for me. When catering and or serving other people, I like to account for at least a quarter pound's worth of meat. And then of course, I'm gonna overshoot just to make sure that we got enough. And if I overshoot and we got leftovers, which is a rare occurrence, I'm gonna vacuum seal that stuff and I'm gonna save it for the next event.
One suggestion I have is kind of cut back on the toppings a little bit. You get too much, your line gets bogged down. People can't decide what they want. So we seem to keep it a little classy.
Right, and serving utensils and tools work really well, but the ladles take a lot longer than the squirt bottles, right? I also like to keep the coolers away from the serving line. They have their own separate area. That way when folks just need refills, they're not bogging up the line as well. I like to count for a meat. We've got 2 types of meat for our folks today. I like to account for a bread. We got 2 types of bread for our folks today. At least 2 sides with that 1 meat is what I like to give folks. And then something fresh, something that's going to like cleanse their palate, right? So for Curtis's sake, it would be this delicious cilantro onions. It's really gonna cleanse the palate, or like the pico de gallo, or these jalapenos, or the pineapples. For me, it's going to be those pickled red onions and that coleslaw that's gonna really bring like a fresh aspect to that dish. We each can feed about 15 people, right? Got the grill on low sitting right behind me. Curtis, here's your chicken, sir. Here's my chicken. I love these recteq half aluminum pans. They make life so much easier. And again, you can wash these, everybody. You can hand wash this or put these in your dishwasher and reuse them. Another cool chef tip, and a lot of folks don't even realize this, okay? But your shaker bottles, right? 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be the same exact size as your recteq sauce bottle, right? So if you wanted to, you could just take that right off of there, screw it right on, put that right on your table so folks can just use that squeeze bottle just to put their favorite sauce all over their chicken, right? Make it a lot easier for your guests. Now, Curtis, do we have to feed everybody all at once?
No, this is a great time to kind of show who you really like in the family. You know, you pick that favorite aunt, let her come through first.
Let grandma
let everybody else know. Grandma's number 1, of course.
Right. Come on, please. Come on. If you enjoyed this video, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe to the recteq channel by hitting that red rectangle. Ring that bell. That way you know when we're going live, we have some new content. We really do appreciate you for hanging out with us. Make sure you follow recteq on all social media. Leave a comment down below in the comment section and check out recteq.com for all of these recipes, tips, tricks, and amazing accessories, grills, and pellets, ladies and gentlemen. From everybody here at the recteq Worldwide headquarters, God bless you.
God bless the United States.
And we'll see you where at, Curtis?
We're going to see you at the
recteq,
recteq.
baby.